What are the odds now for the Premier League title?
Okay, let me
Sorry.
just find that out. No worries, I'm just finding that out right now. Going to England outright. For the Premier League title right now, as it stands, Liverpool favorites to win it at 2.25, and then Manchester City next at 3.50, and then third place is Tottenham Hotspur at 5.95.
And what about Chelsea?
Yes, dog
Chelsea are
was
rated, yeah, Chelsea are fourth, and they're rated at 6.10.
6.10. Just that they were out at 8 point something last week. Man City were favorites, I think, with Liverpool. So it's the tightest race that's ever happened in the Premier League that I can remember in the modern era.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's not, Kevin, not for me. I know who the Premier League winner is. I already know right now who the Premier League winner is. It's Liverpool straight. I don't see any team that's going to get more points than Liverpool. I think just the performance against even just City as well. They went to Etihad and they performed the way that they did without the injuries that they had, and then Leicester too as well. I think when I look at Chelsea and I look at Spurs, I'm waiting to see, like, for example, the next run Spurs have, they've got a tougher run that's coming up next. And I think that's going to prove if whether they are the big dogs or they're not the big dogs at all. But I'm waiting for Chelsea and Spurs to prove something to me, because for me, Liverpool, whatever the challenge, whether if it's Salah getting the COVID, whether if it's Van Dijk out for 8 months, whether if it's what, they've always had an answer to it. I mean, if any other team that had the injuries Liverpool had, they're struggling. Any other team, and they second place on goal difference. Look, this is one of those, Kevin, and you know when you're watching the 100-meter sprint and the camera's going to each racer, and they've got Johan Blake, and they've got Tyson Gay, and they've got Justin Gatlin, and then they just have Usain Bolt. And you just already know before the thing is shot that who's going to win the race. You just know it. And as good as Justin Gatlin has been, as good as Asafa Powell has been, as good as, I don't know, Tyson Gay, you're just not Usain Bolt, man. You're just not him. So I think Liverpool is Usain Bolt. I think Tyson Gay is probably Chelsea. They'll give it a run. But I think Liverpool, for me, they answered every single question that comes in front of them.
What about the 7-2 loss at Aston Villa?
anomaly.
Yeah, you see?
Hey,
That's the funny thing. Look, that was a bad day at the office. Like, I think I was speaking with a friend of mine saying, United lost to that same weekend. United lost to Tottenham 6-1, and it was against a better team. Tottenham is better than Aston Villa, and plus United got a red card. Liverpool, on the other hand, didn't get a red card, and it's Aston Villa for it's not Tottenham. But after the 6-1 and the 7-2, I felt probably United have got more troubles in their camp than Liverpool. And it's proving so.
yeah, absolutely. And they're not dealing with the couple of injuries that they have. And it's, I don't know what's going on at Man City. Hey? It's, I think that, they should have gotten, it would have been great if they'd have gotten Messi. I think that, I think it would really given them a new dynamic. And the depth.
The funny thing is with Manchester City, look, I don't want to overdo it, but the thing is with Manchester City is you look at the squad that they have, and I think too much overemphasis is on Aguero's not playing much and Jesus is not playing much, but it's still a good squad, and I'm waiting for Pep to coach. Like, show us what you're made of now, because you've got Raheem Sterling, you've got Kevin De Bruyne, you've got Gundogan, you've got John Stones, you've got, I don't know, man, you've got Benjamin Mendy. Those players, it's not like they're bad players, So now it's like, let's show what you made of. Don't wait for January and spend 60 million on this player and that player. It's like, go,
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting from Pep.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. It's actually kind of nice to see two Manchester clubs struggling right now,
Very nice.
Oh, without it, I agree.
Yeah. And how, let's chat about the Golden Boot. Dominic Calvin-Lewis, another 2 goals this weekend. Richarlison made a huge difference to them coming back. They look pretty good in their game.
It's going to be Son. No doubt in my mind. Yeah.
But now, maybe actually all of us bet might be much better to play because top goal scorer on Betway for Son to win it is rated at 9.90.
Yeah.
9.90.
And then Calvert-Lewin is rated at 7.15. And the favorites to win the actual Golden Boot, I can't believe this. It's Harry Kane.
Really?
What's he? How many goals is he on?
I think Harry Kane has scored about. Harry Kane has scored only 7 goals so far, and Son is 9, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is top goal scorer with 10. Now, I'm surprised because I feel like Son will score more goals than Kane this season, but Kane will probably have a lot of assists, no doubt.
Yeah.
But that's a surprise.
Yeah, with Calvin Lewis just pumping the way he is, he looks so good. Richarlison when he's healthy, it's tough to bet against Calvin Lewis in the way that he's playing. But I do at those odds, Son is not a bad bet.
I put that down a while ago.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Calvert-Lewin is that I think what showed over the weekend is all of the players must be back and fit. So on the pitch, there must be James, there must be Richarlison, and then you get more confidence boost. But if one is suspended and the one is injured and I don't know, the core is not there, then you get a sense that maybe he doesn't get the service that he would usually get. So I think what helped a lot was Richarlison was back.
Yeah. I just think Tottenham's a better team too. So in the long run, they're going to be scoring more goals on average than Everton are. That's my kind of thinking behind it too.
Yeah. No, and that's the way that they play, isn't it? That Mourinho has set the stall out to go up through Kane and Son, and that forms the axis of their attack. So I can understand why you like Son, but I can understand why the bookies are favourite to Kane. What's Kane's odds? Did you say, Shakes?
So Kane is favorites at 4.85. That's the favorites to win the Golden Boot. I would actually go with a sneaky bet on this one, and I would actually go for Jamie Vardy, who's rated at 6.95. Reason why I say Jamie Vardy is because the team plays towards his strengths, and he takes every penalty.
Yeah, it's very true. What's Mo Salah on?
Mo Salah right now is second favorites to get the Golden Boot at 5.60.
Potentially not a bad one either. If you're talking quality sides and ability to score goals, Liverpool will probably be scoring close to the most goals this season. And if Mo Salah's fit, he'll be,
Well, I think the two teams that have scored the most are Tottenham and Chelsea. So, any Chelsea players there?
Yeah. So I would probably take a chance on Jamie Vardy to bring it home because obviously I think Liverpool's off the way. Happy for them. But now every other game they're going to be competitive, and penalties are coming along the way. And there's been record penalties already this season, so I think Jamie Vardy is going to be taking a whole lot more of them.
That could be the thinking behind Kane, though. Kane takes the penalties for Tottenham.
Yeah.
So
the only thing with Kane now is the problem with Kane now is that he's passing a lot more now. I mean, he created the Giovanni Lo Celso goal, and he's also passing to Son as well, and that's why I think maybe Son will probably get more goals than him, but I think he'll get more assists than Son. But Jamie Vardy, on the other hand, it's all about him.
Yeah. I just think that's maybe the thinking behind the bookies favouring Kane over Son is that, in a season with a lot of penalties, Son hasn't been taking them. So although he may score more outfield, Kane may put him in the end with penalties.
Well,
I know makes sense. I told you.
Well, guys, it's been fun. Thanks a lot for joining us, Shakes. Excuse me. And it seems that every week now is going to be bigger and bigger as this league gets more competitive. And we'll be back in a couple of days to give you some value bets for the weekend and see if we can chase this youngster down on the in the XYZ competition. Shakes, thanks very much, for all your insight. And Ollie, thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Shakes.
Cheers, man.